Hey, sixth grade writers. For today's ground for thought, you are to look at this image below and try starting the story using the 6 different ways to start a narrative. So, above in this bullet pointed list, we have several effective ways to start a narrative. There's interesting dialogue, vivid description of a character, an attention grabbing question, a hint at foreshadowing, or a hint at conflict using foreshadowing, a setting description, or a surprising statement. And so today you were to look at this image and try to start the story of this picture in 6 different ways. This is a day of experimentation, of a day of trying out and playing with our words to see if there's a style that we really like. And so our goal now with our own writing is to apply an effective way to start a narrative to the personal narratives that we've been rough drafting all week. Now I know you already have a beginning. You've already started this story. But what I'm asking you to consider today is going back to the beginning and seeing what choices you made as a writer at the start of your story. And is there something more you can do? Is there a way you can revise and or add, change up your beginning to use one of these effective ways to start a narrative? And so, just to give you some examples, using this picture, I'm going to share my writing with you for each of the 6 items, just in case you were confused by any of this or if it didn't quite make sense for you. So, for interesting dialogue based on this picture, here's what I wrote. Friendship forged under the pressure and stress of war creates lifelong bonds, Sally said to the reporter, just after he snapped a photo of Sally and her 3 best friends. So just having our characters talk right from the start would be a good way to bring the readers right into the action. The next one, a vivid description of characters. I chose to talk about this lady right here. Tight curls, a friendly smile so big you can almost feel the laughter that would accompany it, a bounce to her step that reveals confidence and ease. The attention-grabbing question. What do 4 best friends have in store for the Japanese soldiers who oppose them? A whole lot of firepower and grit. These ladies are tough, and man, can they fly. For hinting at conflict using foreshadowing, kind of leaving clues for your reader, not telling them what's about to happen, but giving them that kind of like intuition that something is about to happen. So you're setting the stage for a big problem. War doesn't care about friendships. War doesn't make promises, especially when it comes to the lives of those in battle. So I'm kind of having a foreboding here, like something bad might happen. Maybe not all of these women are going to make it back after their bout in war. Setting description. The chill in the winter morning air was enough to make Sally pull up the fur-lined collar of her bomber jacket. The sun wasn't enough to take the edge off the breeze's freezing effect that December morning. And then finally, a surprising statement. Women will never fly for the U.S. Army. Go back to the kitchen. The words of my high school gym teacher echo in my head as I smile for the camera. The Washington Post will be using the image in their feature story, telling my tale of bravery in defeating the Japanese to end World War II. So these are just 6 ways that 6 techniques we can use to start our stories in an effective way. And the most important thing is we want to make a great first impression with our readers. So as writers, it's our job to bring them into our story in a way that intrigues them, makes them feel an emotional feeling, some kind of an effect. You have some sort of effect on the reader to make them want to continue reading your story. All right, writers, now it's your turn. Take one of these 6 ways to start a narrative and take a peek at the beginning of your story. Is there one that you can use? Or if you have used one of these, is there a way to make sure that you've really effectively hooked and pulled your reader into your story? Happy writing, guys. I can't wait to read what you wrote.